Now on 5, our in-depth documentary series Hidden Lives continues. Tidying their room, clipping their toenails and telling them to keep the noise down. That's what you'd expect with a 14-year-old in the house, not with a 40-year-old. Now on 5, strong language as we meet the middle-aged Mummies boys.
Do you know, latest studies prove that lads are finding it harder than ever to let go of mum's apron. While we girls tend to leave home in our late teens, 1 in 5 boys is still with his mum at the age of 29. And there are now over 1 million middle-aged mummies boys in the UK. And evidence shows that if your grown-up son is still at home at 30, it's highly unlikely he'll ever leave you.
I'm 34 years old, the year 2005. Good God. I'm on the wrong side of 30 now.
Keeping your kids at home isn't cheap either. Over 20 billion, that's billion, pounds a year is spent by elderly parents looking after their adult offspring. These mummies kippers, kids in parents' pockets, eroding retirement savings.
He's my baby, yes, he's my baby.
How old is he?
39, just 39.
And he's still living with you?
Yes.
Some kind of...
He knows he's onto a good thing at home. Why should he bother to leave home or get himself a girlfriend or a wife?
Katie is becoming disenchanted with her 34-year-old son, Ratan. All day, and so far he's never spent a single night away from home.
He keeps telling me, I love you, Mum, and his friend is his mother. I think he watched that film Psycho, in which Anthony Hopkins says the boy's best friend is his mother. But he doesn't do anything to prove that he loves me. He feels he's got everything in this big, large house. So why look for a job? Yeah. Get up, brother, okay? You're annoying me.
Ratan lost his a year ago and hasn't even started looking for a new one. Instead, he spends the day curled up in the same Star Wars duvet he's had since he was a teenager.
He's worse than a dog, unless you kind of shout at him and yell at him and literally make him get up and do some work for you. He doesn't budge an inch. Get up now. He just... See, this is what it is. He thinks it's a big joke that I won't throw him out. I've broken this, but it doesn't seem to have made any difference.
What have you done? What have you done? 34 years old. I live at home because I haven't moved out.
Now put your clothes on.
Disgusting creature.
You should feel ashamed. At least go and wash your face. T-shirt into your trousers. Brush your teeth.
I brushed them last night.
Not enough. Brush them again this morning.
Even though I know I should go, I can't be bothered to move out. I've nothing to move out for. I don't have a life. I just rot here in Halstead. I am a mummy's boy. I cannot imagine life without my mum. I don't know how I could cope.
I can't stand the idea of mummy's boys. I certainly wouldn't say I give him much love or anything like that, because I find him just nauseating. I wish the earth would open and swallow me every time he comes anywhere near me.
39-year-old musician Andrew was persuaded to return home by his mum when he left the Royal Academy of Music. But 20 years later, he's still there.
I think it's my fault, because I suggested he came home until he sorted himself out and then go back to London. This is my favourite piece. Beautiful.
Mum Aphrodite can only see the good side of her son staying at home, but Dad Michael thinks it might cramp his son's style when it comes to the ladies.
This may be a factor with some of the girlfriends. Some of them are bound to be put off by the fact that Andrew's still living at home, and they'll wonder why. Why hasn't he got his own flat or his own house? And is he really ready for marriage if he's still living with his parents? Some of these girlfriends might say, well, I want to settle down and have children, but how could I do that with Andrew?
It's a very good question.
If he's still living at home and doesn't seem to have any inclination to move out.
Right, it's a very good question, but I'd say it's actually that I'm probably more ready for having a family or something because I'm actually living with one. Every single Greek old lady used to say, "Is he married? Είναι παντρεμένος?" when I was about 14. But they seem to sort of stop by the time you get to about 20. They've decided that you're not the marrying type.
We are very keen on having grandchildren, and we're hoping that there'll be some movement on that front in the near future.
I've always planned to be a musician and to give concerts, although it has to be said that I would probably be of the opinion that if I'm going to have kids, I should have them probably before my 60th birthday.
At 39, Dave has 3 children. He's been married and has had several long-term relationships, but he always comes home to Mum.
He had a flat once in Barry, and he was there, I don't know, a matter of a couple of weeks, and then he started coming back last year.
She actually looks after me. I'm not 100%, I would say about 1%.
I do his washing, his ironing. When he needs another driver to pick a car up, I do that.
I'm a self-employed mechanic with very few hours left in my busy day. Talented father, footballer, drummer, I have time. All other things.
He's been with me now on and off for 9 years, but he's never gone in for a house, and I've kept saying to him, you should get a house. You should get a house, you know.
Mother, you got too much hot, not enough cold in this tap. Mother, the bloody water's boiling.
I told you it was hot.
My ass is freaking killing me.
I told you it was hot. He's got the one bedroom in the front where he sleeps. The other bedroom he's got where the put-you-up is in the PlayStation. And then he's got his drums in the attic.
Well, to be honest, I think I'm a great help to my mum because if it weren't for me, I think she would have lost the marbles. I always keep her on her toes doing something. I say, Mother, sort this out, sort out. You know, imagine if I wasn't here. Give me these little novelty things to do.
Quieten down a bit, Dave!
It may be the 21st century, but it seems some lads need their mums as much as ever. But as we shall see, this bond can be stretched to breaking point.
Then you drive to Stallers.
No, I can't drive.
And then I don't have to do something
I'm not driving in London.
But I'm not going to miss doing the shows. I'm not going to miss doing that.
And trying to persuade a middle-aged mummy's boy to move on is not going to be easy.
Listen, it is my home. I can kick you out. Well, you need a short, sharp shop.
But what do you mean that's not a short chop? It's going from one extreme to the other.
Well, he was born on a lovely summer's evening, 1973. He was a normal, friendly boy, good at his studies. But around about the age of 15, he started to withdraw. And he just became really weird.
Ratan's parents split up when he was a teenager. 15 years on, he's still peeved at being left with his mother to run the family off licence.
I grew up here in a shop here on this corner.
You chose to do it.
Horrid environment.
It's all contributory, everything is contributory.
You know, much as I hate to use this as an excuse, I'm affected by what my all the shit that's happened to me in this place.
Well, even as a child, you know, he was attracted to tramps. We have a huge garage at the back. He would keep tramps there, give them food, drinks, because I think he identified himself with tramps.
Throughout my life, I've always chosen people who are down, if not out, through the shop, winos and tramps, basically who are good for nothing. There's a sort of attraction that I feel that, you know, how can somebody be like this? I must be better than him, you know.
But Rattan is so lazy, he can't even be bothered to leave the house. So poor old Mum waits on him 24 hours a day.
I can't put up with it anymore. You leave everything messy in the kitchen, every night. You don't wash any of the dirty dishes, but you can't even be bothered putting it in the sink. And how long can I go on cleaning out your mess? It's intolerable. You know, every morning, how long does it take me when I come down to make tea? At least half an hour to clear out your rubbish. He lost his job, and after that it was a real downhill spiral, and he would just stay at home listening to music. He started to get dirty. He started to not brush his teeth, not wash his hair, and his habits became really bad.
In a way, I think she does dote on me because she keeps on at me. It's like a master-slave relationship.
No, that's one, the kettle. Electric kettle. Everyone was a professional in my family. My husband was a professional, now he's retired. My daughter is, except this one, you know, he's done absolutely nothing. So he's a great disappointment to me, but I can't say I don't love him. I suppose he's still our son.
Because Rattan refuses to lift a finger, it's retired lecturer Dad Gian who comes round every day to help Katie with house maintenance, despite a recent heart attack.
You know, he's like a piece of shit lying on the road. You try to stamp it and it comes to your face. So I don't sort of stamp it, I just avoid it. He should be kicked out. Why should she put up with him? But I know Katie won't. Katie won't do that.
But Katie has finally reached breaking point. She's decided to take on the unpleasant task of cleaning up her son's act.
What I find revolting is when he's left all his cartons of food and things up here. That I find most nauseating.
My mum, she never kisses me or hugs me or anything like that, no. But she'll still pick up my dirty clothes from the floor and stuff like that.
If there was something wrong with you, physically or mentally, I can understand, but there's nothing.
No, I'm not 100%, you say that.
Yeah, well, you go to the counsellor and find out if there is something wrong.
Next Monday.
Your behaviour is just not normal. When did you last had a bath?
Just a few days ago.
Few days ago? No, you did not.
Disgusting. See, for me, that nail there doesn't even need cutting.
This way?
Huh? They're unhealthy nails.
Approximately once every 3 months he has a bath.
She has to almost physically, you know, chuck me in the bath, you know. She has to do that, otherwise I don't go in the bath. Put it that way? No, I think you put it the other way, isn't it?
It doesn't matter.
No, I mean like this, look.
Come on, sit down. I thought you were irritating me now. I'm getting angry with you. I'm so sick of him. I can't be bothered with him. Wash your head as well.
Look at it. It's getting higher and higher. I'm sitting now in dirty water. No matter what I'm in, I enjoy it, you know. But I would never have done this otherwise. Yeah, my mum has a problem with my hygiene. Basically, I'm not a very clean person. She likes things even spick and span, and I'm just the total opposite of that. Things could be just left unwashed. I mean, even now it's not going down. It's like a fart. It is better out than in.
What worries me most is that if I die, he will go really downhill, because he is dependent on me. He's not very normal. This is what I feel he needs counselling.
It's slowly going down now.
Yeah, of course it's going down. In our society, we normally live together, you know, children live together with their parents. But I don't want him living the way he is living now. I can't tolerate his dirty habits, and I cannot tolerate the fact that he's not working. He must get himself a job.
I find I can dance better with a hat. I do dancing. I've done dancing since I retired. I do a lot of dancing. So that keeps me fit.
Alma has also split up from her husband, and since her divorce in 1973, there's only been one man in her life, her son, Dave.
She never admits it, I don't think, but yeah, she always wanted a man around. My father let her down. He also let us down big time. He died a very wealthy man, left us pig all shit, bugger all. I was close to her when I was young, so when I did move back in with her, there has been a strange bond.
2, kick.
Kick, turn.
1.
You shouldn't say this, man, you've got quite a nice butt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
I was left with a massive, massive overdraft for my divorce. I had nothing, absolutely nothing, and she's just a good mother.
His wife, she threw him out 7 o'clock in the morning. He turned up here with a bin bag of his clothes. Every time he moves in with girlfriends, I think, oh, he's gone now. He's gone now. He'll come back again. So I mean, he might change next year when he's 40, mightn't he? He might change. Oh, gosh.
She's never been normal when it comes to anyone I've met or married or I've been with, really. Only the ones I probably didn't want to be with, she actually liked.
Most of them I got on with. I think there's about 2 I didn't really get on with. But that's the trouble, see, you get attached to them, and then when he finishes them, you don't see them again.
I would say about 75% of the girls I've been with, she'd never known about. Well, hang on, there's 2 more there for 460.
But Dave has found a new girlfriend, and guess what? She's another one he wants to spend the rest of his life with.
Nice boobs.
But Dave has a problem. Alma disapproves of him having so many girlfriends, so he hasn't even told her about this one.
Well, the next few weeks I will be telling my mum, once and for all, I will be moving on. Because I think I found the girl I want to move on with. So she just had to accept it.
No matter how many girls Dave's had in his life, there is only one he's guaranteed to score with every time.
Ready?
Well, nearly every time.
You have to pretend you're in the Alps rather than cycling in your bedroom. Going nowhere.
Andrew can't blame staying at home into his 40s on a runaway dad. 72-year-old Michael doesn't plan on going anywhere fast.
Yes, I made it through another night. Don't know how many more there'll be, but I made it through last night at any rate.
Aphrodite suffers with osteoarthritis, and it's now so bad she can hardly walk. She needs a serious operation on both knees.
Today's a health assessment, really. See if everything is all right, the heart, the lungs, x-rays, blood tests.
That ain't too cool.
If I'm not well, he'll say, I'll cook a meal. Then he takes it off my hands, I'll have a day off, now and again. Well, that's very selfish, isn't it? But, it happens. I don't really want the operation, but I have to have it because life is not very good. It's very painful walking.
But if Mum is expecting Andrew to nurse her into her old age, she might want to mention that to him.
She's a workhorse, she likes to keep busy and active, and I think that's a very healthy approach.
Because I need a rail on the side to hold on to, and I need the toilet seat raised.
In terms of eventually my contribution to running the house increasing, because my parents will get older, as we all will, to be honest, I don't have a plan.
Bye, Michael. You be a good boy now. Bye. See you later.
You're off to the hospital?
Yes.
But when it comes to regular medication and that sort of thing, he loses interest. That's the sort of thing he's not much good at. Every time I read a report in the press, I I add another vitamin or herbal supplement to my morning list. I take a multivitamin, vitamin B complex, cod liver oil and oil of evening primrose. Then I have this orange flavoured juice, which is for arthritis. Then the ginkgo biloba, which improves the memory and is very useful for people over 70 who might be liable to Alzheimer's or something. And then after that, oh dear.
If I had to describe myself, I'd say arty musician, because I'm the kind of musician who, while doing a serious concert one night, is not opposed to getting the fiddle out and having a jam with a couple of friends until the early hours another night. I've got friends who simply cannot practice. Here it's no problem at all.
Andrew is slowly taking over more and more of the family home. Recently, Dad Michael was forced to give up his office to make a new music room for Andrew.
Do you fancy doing the other shelf just before you pop out?
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Well,
Dad has recently moved a lot of his stuff out, and he's planning to move the rest of the stuff, which is basically the contents of a couple of bookcases.
it's very chaotic in there, full of boxes and magazines, letters.
But not today, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Not today. Oh, not today.
Having his own space means that when business partner Richard arrives, music takes over the house, and his parents know better than to disturb their son.
Well, my little notices are generally ongoing family training to sort of say that, you know, if I happen to be memorising something that lasts an hour to play through, I can't spend a quarter of that hour talking to Dad about the best food to put on the new chrysanthemum.
Musicians are often temperamental, so I suppose they're more likely to have arguments and rows with their parents than some other people.
So rather than interrupt his son, it's Dad who will pick up Mum from hospital. For arty musician Andrew, the show, or at least the rehearsals for the show, must go on. Richard, who has left home, thinks that friend Andrew is becoming a little too set in his ways.
Oh, would you like some tea?
Mum, have you got any chocolate cake?
I think you are spoiled. I think he has tried, and I've actually tried to encourage him a couple of times to move out of the house. But when it gets to the second month, the shock of having to pay out that much rent suddenly hits you. So he ends up coming back here because he's got a study and a piano which is set up to give lessons.
But when he came to Bedford, I said to him, shall we buy you a small house now? No, I don't want to move away from here, he said, you know.
Spurred on by Richard's nagging, Andrew agrees to at least look at places to rent.
Nice village, Milton Ernest. It's a very nice pub.
In London, Katie's brought matters to a head. She's decided that she will move out, temporarily at least, giving Rattan 1 month to get a job and shape up, or she's throwing him out.
I don't want to come home to find the house absolutely filthy. I mean it this time, Rattan, okay? I'll have you out if you don't improve yourself and get yourself a job.
Much as she does hate me, right, she probably, without realising it, feels that, you know, if I was gone from here, that I would go completely down, and she doesn't want that to happen simply because I'm her only son.
First stop is Cuba, Havana, and then on to Miami.
Well, now all hell might break loose.
Meanwhile, Dave decides to give his mum a real treat.
I'm taking my mother away for a couple of days, nice weekend, and I'm going to drop a big bombshell.
Oh, dear.
Mum Katie has given layabout son Rattan an ultimatum. clean up and get a job before she gets back from holiday, or he's out.
I'll tell you something, it would be so much easier for me to become a tramp, you know, than for me to do this, I tell you. Things have got to change because I'm not going to be a mummy's boy. I can't be a mummy's boy forever. That's probably partly why I won't be, because I can't be. If I could be, I would be.
Before she left, Katie arranged for son Ratan to see a counsellor, just to check that his problems are not north of the neck. Today, he has his first appointment.
Do you think you could survive away from home?
Do I think I could survive? Even coming here and talking to you right now, I feel very positive in talking to you about something which is, you know, actually my problem, but I feel so positive in this, in coming here and talking about it, than if I was sitting at home.
You would like to leave home?
Well, I don't really want to leave my mum, basically.
The counsellor explains to Ratan that he is suffering from separation anxiety.
You made me think about you being trapped in the home with your mum.
I feel that if I go, I don't want to leave her there. It's a savage world out there, isn't it? The things you read in the paper, see on the news, every day there's some horrible thing happening. I remember my innocence when I had my innocence. I believed in Santa Claus until I was almost 10 years old. It's priceless. It really is. And how different we are when we grow up. What we become as adults, what some of us are, is just, well, it's great to be a kid.
The short-term goal will be for you to become more independent while still living at home.
Within the home, yeah.
And the most important thing is for you to develop a constructive routine.
The counsellor has prepared an hour-by-hour timetable which will help teach Ratan to lead an independent life.
Because you seem to be dependent on your mum, don't you, sometimes, to tell you when to get up, when to eat. The way we work together is we help you change the way you think.
So, while Mum's away, it's the timetable which will tell Ratan what to do. First up, it's the gym.
Learning to love yourself is the greatest love of all. And if you can't love yourself, how can you love others?
But changing the bad habits of a lifetime is not easy. And within minutes, Ratan is already knackered.
I can't keep this up for 9 minutes at 80. No way.
Okay, and then we're going to hop over to the cross train. We'll get a drink in between.
Oh, thank God for that. All right. I'm all dizzy.
Are you? That's just 10 minutes exercise, mate. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. Sit up nice and straight, taking a bit of air. You'll be fine in no time, mate.
I'm not all right at all. I never exerted myself like that. I feel I'm going to lose consciousness any minute.
You need more circulation through your legs, mate, so you'll feel better. Okay?
But like all hardcore trainers, he gets the rat back on his feet.
That's tough. That is tough.
Yep, and push out now. You feel all right now? Feel good?
I feel better for this now, you know?
All right, okay.
The circulation's run all the way right into my groin. I can feel it in my groin. I've never had a girlfriend, that's it, so that's it. I mean, I don't even have any mates. My mum is my best friend and my only friend. Much as she might despise me, she's my only friend.
By the end of his first workout, Ratan is feeling better and is certainly a lot cleaner. If he carries on like this, he might even make a friend.
I would like somebody, a person who I can go with. That would make it even so much better, rather than be by myself.
Freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
Next on Ratan's new timetable is job hunting. This is the first time he's looked for work in a year.
My mum would just like to see me do something, you know. Otherwise, you know, she hates to see me unemployed. 6 different jobs here. I'll take them away with me and I'll give them a call.
It's a big day in Bedford. Andrew has a gig this evening, and Mum makes it her business to ensure his day goes smoothly.
He doesn't appear very early in the morning. I don't think Andrew would do anything else but music. He was good at school with a lot of subjects, but he wanted to do music.
Andrew only pays his mum 50 quid a week, and she's saving that for him for when he finally does move out. This means Andrew can concentrate on building a career in music without worrying about paying bills.
That's his alarm clock. I think I've taken a cup of tea. It's an advantage for Andrew because he hasn't got to worry about finances while he's living here, you know. Right, I'll go and get you up. He's so busy creating his own career. It's nice to have parents as a backup for doing the jobs in the house. Tea!
On performance day, Andrew sticks to a well-tried and tested routine.
He never comes down without being showered and dressed.
Fantastic.
And when he's finished his breakfast, then he go and practice. If he's practicing, it's got to be perfect. So you just sort of tiptoe around him. And we're not allowed to go and disturb him and stuff like that.
I have demarcation points because I practice every morning and then do admin. There's no risk of me substituting work for housework.
Dave has taken his mum away to Minehead. He's about to tell her that she's no longer the only woman in his life. Following a string of broken relationships, Dave has 3 children by 2 different ladies. So Alma's become very picky about who Dave introduces into his kids' lives.
If my father had gone off, you know, I would have been broken-hearted. That's what my mother used to say, we're getting like America with all the divorces. Because years ago, you heard about Americans getting divorced all the time. It was all Americans getting divorced. And she used to say, oh, one day we'll be like that. And that's what we are like.
You don't enter relationships to intend them to finish.
Put the kettle on.
It's life, isn't it?
Bloody freezing.
Well, if you put your clothes now, Dave, you just flings them about.
Left for washing, man. I'll wear that again this weekend.
No, wash.
Fast mover Dave now intends to marry his new girlfriend. How will Mum react to yet another wedding?
A special dress? What do I want a special dress for? I'm not going anywhere.
We may be going somewhere.
Where am I going? Where am I going, dear?
To my wedding.
To your wedding? To your wedding?
I'm getting married.
You get married?
What's wrong with that? What a joke.
Dave obviously thinks he's on a roll, so while Mum laughs off his first news, he drops the second bombshell.
Oh, cheers.
I'll come.
Thanks very much.
I'll go and get an outfit.
We're having a baby as well.
Having a baby as well. Well,
Yeah,
that's nice.
I don't mess about.
That'd be nice. That'd be 4 then.
Yeah, 4
That'd be
kids.
4, isn't it?
Well, I thought you objected a little bit.
What do I object for? There's some girl will take you on. That's a relief to me, isn't it? Is she your age?
24, actually.
24. Oh, it's about 14 years difference then. Does she like your sense of humour?
It's been a month since Katie left Rattan, but things have not gone well.
I've slept in until almost 1 o'clock today.
He has stopped following his timetable, no longer goes to the gym, has given up shaving and bathing, and has been turned down for the only job he applied for.
Well,
But there is worse to come for Rattan.
my mum's due back this evening. The house is a tip right now. I've got to do a big superhuman effort. I wouldn't have even thought about watering the plants.
Oh, this has got to be tidied up. That's all right, shithole.
Just left the gas on all night long. But it's asparagus and chicken pasta. I only had it yesterday and that's like about a week old. So the pasta had gone off. I shouldn't have put this in the oven. I didn't realise it's just melted. It's burnt the plastic. I don't need to wash up. I've washed up about a week ago. I throw all this in the bin outside.
Hi. Hello. All right? Yes, all right.
Back from the Caribbean, Mum Katie is eager to see the changes in her son.
Yeah, well, you can take my suitcase upstairs. It's far from tidy. It's filthy. As usual, you made a mess of everything. Have you done anything about the job?
Not yet.
That's
But some
all?
things are in the pipeline. Some things are.
What's in the pipeline?
There's a job going in Hatfield.
Job going in Hatfield, you better apply for it then. And you better take my suitcase upstairs. I don't want it lying here. Take it up.
In Bedford, things are running to schedule. As Mum clears up from lunch, Andrew sticks to his routine.
Andrew is upstairs now having a sleep. He always does that before a gig. He has a little sleep and rest. He finds that he can rest his mind and get ready for the music. Especially if it's a piano recital or a big concert, he likes to have a rest before he does it.
I'm somebody that seems to have no career progression because I don't understand career progression. You give a concert, start off in a pub or restaurant, you end up playing in the Albert Hall, still a concert, so yeah, I give concerts.
Wherever he plays, he's a total professional.
A very warm welcome tonight to Figaro's. I'm Andrew. Here's your baritone for the evening, Mr. Richard Stark. Thank you.
Come on, a bit louder than that. We're going to start off with 2 or 3 Neapolitan songs. The first one is called Torna.
We do some sort of folk classical, and then we do some comedy opera.
Say goodbye, no past time and play that. Say goodbye to the other tender places. Here's an end to the life that was gay, lad. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Here's an end to the lots in the hay, lad. Here's an end to your games with the girls. Carabina on to victory, as we go on to the war. Carabina on to victory, as we go on to the war.
And we normally get a really lovely sort of sing-along atmosphere.
The fact that Andrew has stayed at home so long has crept up on us. We imagined when he was a child that, like many other young people, he would leave home when he was in his 20s and get married and have his own house and family. We didn't really think that he'd still be here at the age of 40. He doesn't realise how time passes. He thinks what happened last year happened yesterday. And he doesn't realise that he's been doing the same sort of thing for several years.
To try and pacify his furious mother, Rattan makes a last-ditch attempt to find work, but it's too little, too late.
It's for our mutual benefit. But I have to be, as they say, to be cruel, to be kind, so I have decided to, get him out of the house and let him face life on his own without my help.
Manjeet, open the door, I've got my job.
All right. yeah. Well, the thing is, where do I go?
There's no need for you to cry. How often have you told me that you can't bear this house? It's a good experience for you.
Can't go from one extreme to the other.
Don't need to yell.
I'm telling you the truth. I can't go from one extreme to the other. I can't. It's like somebody who's never run the marathon or before,
Listen.
never even, and making them run the full length like that.
A short,
You saw it yourself.
sharp will do you a world
This
of
is
good.
sharp. This is sharp enough as it is, without you bloody cutting my throat with it.
That is for your own benefit, and you know that jolly well. You will learn a thing or two, and in years to come you will thank me for throwing you out. It will make you a better person.
Well, I don't know what to do, man. I don't even know where to go.
don't even know where to go. Yes, I want the Youth Hostel Association.
Rattan is about to spend his first night away from home. While Rattan attempts to make it on his own, Andrew is about to meet someone who could dramatically change his life. Meanwhile, Dave has already had his life transformed. He's marrying his girlfriend Taryn, and in 8 weeks he will become a father for the 4th time. But even now, is he ready to leave Mum?
All of their respective wonderful advantages, but you know, at the end of the day, life's about balancing things and compromise, and the best compromise at the moment is living with parents.
Rattan has finished his first day's work in over a year. He's gone to the pub to celebrate, something he has also never done before.
I'm living today what I haven't lived before, you know, it's just unbelievable. This is the first time I'm coming in a pub with companionship, and I'm having a drink, and I'm really enjoying myself, you know, instead of otherwise drowning my sorrows. I really feel like I've left prison. I've been in prison all my life, basically, and I've left it. Oh, God, thank God for that. I was like a little kid, bursting to come out. And I feel like a mammoth man, a big grown man.
Back in Wales, newly married Dave is thrown out by his new wife and returns where else but to his mum's, just in time to celebrate her birthday with his other kids.
Mother-in-law's girlfriend's mothers, all sorts of my life, and there's always a mother in the background. Goes back to the old simple theory, you know, women come and go, but there's always mother.
After being fired for being lazy, an unemployed Rattan crawls back home to Mum.
We're back to square one. I didn't think he would come back. Not for another 6 months at least.
I do feel that I have failed. But now I can look at it in a new light. If I want to go, I can go. If there's a will to change it, there's a way. You know I love you, don't you? I love everything you do for me.
Yeah, that's all about what he wants, you see. He loves everything I do for him. He's being honest. That's why he loves me, so that I can clean his mess for him. Though I can't clean, I wish I could clean out the mess in his brain.
Yes, health, wealth and happiness.
That's right.
It should really be happiness, health, happiness, wealth.
Work health first. Without health, money's no good to anybody, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm left holding the baby again. Dear, we don't mind though. We don't mind. At least you know where you are with them.
Some kind of mommy's boy, mommy's boy, mommy's boy, I'm gonna call it all.
One of my idols, of course, is this man, who is a wonderful entertainer. I gig, he gigs. I'd like to be gigging at Ken Dodd's age.
Some kind of mommy's boy, mommy's boy.
I can't cry, I'm gargling casserole. Don't tell mother.
Mama's boy, I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of strange.
Hi, yes, right. Single lady teacher, okay.
Going from a full-time career to a full-time carer. Having a baby ruined my life. Part of Hidden Lives next week on 5 at 9. More on that in just a mo.